Hare Krishna, Namaste.
Chapter 13 is entitled as kṣetraṁ yoga, also as prakriti purusha vibhaga yoga, also as prakriti purusha viveka yoga. Sloka 4. Tat kṣetraṁ yadṛk yad-vikāri yataś yat sachayo yat-prabhāvaś tat samāsena me śṛṇu. Initially, Krishna spoke about two topics, kṣetra and kṣetraṁ. Kṣetra is the field of the activities. Kṣetraṁ is a knower of that field. In other words, kṣetra is the body and kṣetraṁ is the Atma, who is the knower of the body. Then, besides the kṣetraṁ of individual body, there is also a kṣetraṁ who is present in all bodies. That is the Paramatma. And that Paramatma is within the Jivatma. Therefore, the knowledge is that a person understands the Jivatma, Paramatma, and the body. Here, we learned the uniqueness of Atma and the qualities of Atma as well. The question is, why do we have to accept the existence of Atma, soul, in first place? There are three reasons why we must accept the existence of Atma. First one is pratyakṣaṁ. Second one is śṛṇu. Third one is anumanam. Pratyakṣaṁ. We can easily understand this pratyakṣaṁ by experiencing through the senses. When we are in deep sleep, our external and the internal sensory organs, that is, seeing, smelling, touching, hearing, tasting, and also our mind are not functioning when we are in deep sleep. But we still cognize or aware ourselves as I. A person may forget anything and everything, but he never forgets I, himself. Even a person who is mentally having some issues, that person says, who am I? Where am I? So this I is always manifested. It is independent of anything else. Therefore, this is one of the pramanam, meaning a proof of existence of Atma, which is I. And second pramana is śṛṇu. In many places, it is confirmed that Atma exists. And also, whatever we have discussed so far about Atma is all supported and derived from the śṛṇu, from the scriptures. It is said in the Upanishad, Atra ayam purushaha swayam jyotihi, which means you don't need a second evidence to prove the existence of Atma. It is self-manifesting. We learn this one by the difference between jada and ajada. Atma is swayam prakasha, ajada. And thirdly, anumanam. Anumanam means through inference. Jnana is clearly understood that it is made of knowledge, and it is swayam prakasha, meaning self-manifesting. The Atma is also self-manifesting as it is made of jnana. When jnana is self-manifesting, Atma, which is made of jnana, is also swayam prakasha, self-manifesting. Therefore, in these ways, through pratyaksha, shastra, anumana, we can understand the qualities, uniqueness of the Atma and its existence. In the current sloka, Krishna gives an introduction of what's going to come next. Let's see the word by word and the translation. Tat kṣetraṁ, that body, field of activities, yat, of what substance, yādṛk, residence to what, yad-vikāri, is the cause, what changes, yataś, for what purpose it has originated, sa-cha, also the self, yah, is what kind of substance, yat-prabhāvaś, has what kind of influence, power, tat, all these may, from me, samāsena, in summary, śṛṇu, hear. Now please hear my brief description of this field of activity and how it is constituted, what its changes are, whence it is produced, who the knower of the field of activities is, and what his influences are. We keep talking about the body many times or most of the time, but how much do we know about our body? What is it? What is it made up of? What are the changes it goes through? What is the reason and cause for having this body created? What's the nature of it? And Krishna says, I will explain these things to you. Not only that, I will also further explain what is the swarupa, nature of Jivatma, and what power, the influence he possesses. So, 5 topics about body and 2 additional topics on Jivatma. The 5 topics are yat, meaning made of what dravyam, substance. Is it a material or non-material? Is it self-effulgent or needs another entity for its manifestation? This might sound confusing, but this is the subject we already covered under jada and ajada. Jada are those objects that doesn't have self-manifestation, prakasha, on its own. It requires another entity to make it manifested. That is called jada. Those objects are called jada, material. Whereas ajada are those objects that self-manifest, swayam prakasha, on its own. It doesn't require another entity to make it manifested. So the question here is this body jada or ajada? The second one is yādṛk, what it considers as its shelter or base, meaning what all are there in the body, that is the 11 indriyas and 5 tattvas, etc. Then the third one is yad-vikāri, what all does it changes into, vikari, what changes it goes through, that is about the pairs of opposites like pleasure and pain, desire and aversions, etc. And the fourth, yataś, what is the purpose of its creation, that is, the body has been originated to achieve something. What purpose is that for? And lastly, yat, what's its śṛṇu, real nature, meaning is this body made of single element or is it made of combination of many elements? What is its nature, real nature? That's the fifth subject. And two other subjects on Jivatma, that is, what is its real nature and what powers does he possess? We may think, didn't we already cover so much on Jivatma? What more left to talk about Jivatma? We will see when we get to that respective slokas. So these are the subjects that Krishna is going to elaborate on in following slokas. And Krishna says śṛṇu, meaning hear. Well, Arjuna has been hearing already past 12th chapter and continuing to hear in this chapter as well. Then why Krishna is again saying hear, as if Arjuna was not hearing? This is just to motivate Arjuna to pay even more extra attention to the message that Krishna is going to speak upon. In other words, it's a message for all of us to pay extra attention when we are hearing. Better to pay 100% attention than trying to do multiple things, multitasking. And that's why Krishna says śṛṇu, hear attentively. In the following sloka, next sloka, Krishna declares that what he is going to speak, all validated by many shrutis, many scriptures, Vedic texts, and it is explained in great clarity by many great rishis. Krishna always liked to give evidence and derive support from the great seers and from the Shastras. Otherwise, there are people who may say that these are all Krishna's ideas, not really supported by any other pramana. Therefore, Krishna in the next sloka will convey that this is all nothing new. I am just saying what has been told in the itihasas, puranas, mimamsa by great sages. So that is the next sloka. So what are the 7 topics in total that we will be seeing? Number 1, is the body jada or ajada? Number 2, what is its base? What it consists? Number 3, what changes it goes through? Number 4, what is the purpose of its existence, its creation? Number 5, what its swarupa, nature, that's about the body, and the other two, number 6, the swarupa, the real nature of the Jivatma, and number 7, what power does the Jivatma possess? Tat kṣetraṁ yadṛk yad-vikāri yatascha yat sachayo yat-prabhāvaś tat samāsena me śṛṇu.
Namaste. Hare Krishna.